Hey, it's me, Maggie J. Today with a recap of the 9th episode of Season 2 of Reservation Dogs. This one is called Offerings. I gotta be quick about this one because I've gotta work the whole rest of the week, but I don't want to get behind. There's only one episode left after this. And this one made me cry a whole lot, so, I'm gonna try to speed through those portions. So, I think that the beginning of this episode is supposed to show us that time is passing. Bear is going to school and working weekends, so he's exhausted all of the time. Alora is working at a gas station, cleaning. Cheese's grandma keeps on cooking. It looks freaking delicious. Thanks to the captions, we learned Bear and Willie Jack's teacher is Mrs. Fixico. That's cool. She tells them that graduation is just around the corner. She then passes out these letters that they wrote to themselves back in freshman year about what they want to do when they finish high school. Willie Jack must have started high school when she was 12 because last I knew, she was still 16, so good for her for graduating so young. Unless this time passage is like a really long time. Anyway, Bear's letter says that he wants to be a famous rapper, like his dad. Willie Jack says she wants to be a wizard, so that still tracks. At the end of class, Mrs. Fixico gives Daniel's letter to Willie Jack. Then we go to jail. Here is where Hochty, Daniel's mother, is being held for unexplained reasons. She is visited by a spirit I'm pretty sure is her grandma, wearing such a beautiful dress. Grams brags she's been having spirit sex with a guy who died at Little Bighorn. Did he get squashed by his horse? She continues on and tells Hochty it's a big day. Many spirits are around to watch. Hochty thinks it's just like any other day in this place, but then she's notified she has a visitor. Which is weird because she doesn't have anybody on her visitors list, but she agrees to see Willie Jack. While they bring Hochty to the visitors area, Willie Jack has an interesting conversation with this old guy who comes to visit his daughter. He tells her the rules that he lives by. Be kind to those closest to you, wear a hat to hide what you're doing from those above, and a good pair of boots to let you outrun the devil. Willie Jack, the queen of dressing comfortably, checks if slides would suffice, and he says, "Oh, fuck yeah." Finally, it's time for the visit. They awkwardly hug once they both get to the table here. Hochty is visibly uncomfortable while Willie Jack cycles through random information trying to find something to engage her with. Hochty asks a guard for some paper so she can roll up a fake cigarette and go through the motions. It seems to help her take the edge off, and then she settles into the visit. She asks Willie Jack why she is there. Willie Jack pulls out Daniel's letter and wants to give it to her, but Hochty refuses. She says that's why none of the family are on her visitors list. She looks at them and sees him. Willie Jack pushes back, though, saying she's not the only one suffering since he's been gone. Everyone is different, but no one wants to deal with it, to heal. They just want to ignore it and be miserable. Over in the corner, Grams has been watching this whole time and is about bursting with excitement for what she knows is going to happen. That woman is a terrible secret keeper, I promise you. Hochty looks absolutely annoyed by this, but she knows what she's got to do. She explains that when you ask someone for advice, you don't do it empty-handed. Food is a good way to get others to open up, and nods towards the vending machine. Willie Jack spends all the money she has on chips and snacks and drinks for the both of them, and they have a little feast of empty calories. You can tell Hochty really enjoyed this unexpected buffet, and once she has finished her offerings, it is time to get to the heart of the matter. Willie Jack explains she feels that their friendship has broken up, but they're supposed to be the dream team. Now it's like everyone's walking around in the sunshine, but they're in the dark. Hochty tells her what to do and asks for help from Grams on the sideline. She talks to Willie Jack slowly, telling her to breathe and remember all those stories from when she was little about their ancestors, their caretakers. They're always there with them. She just has to focus. While Willie Jack sits there with her hands outstretched and her eyes closed, all of these women appear behind her, all of her ancestors. And then Grams touches Willie Jack's shoulder and she reacts like she can feel the power of her lineage. And this scene was so powerful to watch. This is the kind of healing that they need, that we all need every day. Feeling refreshed, Willie Jack knows she wants to do the same thing for her friends, but isn't sure exactly how to do that. Hokie gestures to the food bags between them and is like, really? So now Willie Jack is hosting a dinner for all her friends. She's making wild onions. Alora brings potato salad. Bear brings potato chips. And they all sit down to a very quiet meal. Trying to break the silence, Willie Jack tells them of her trip to jail and tries to show them how to focus, like Hokie taught her, so they could feel the presence of their family all around them. But it doesn't really work out that same way that it did for her. Bear and Elora continue insisting that they're fine. Everything is fine. Nothing is wrong. This isn't weird. Finally, Willie Jack pulls out Daniel's letter and passes it around the table. They each read it and agree they would like to fulfill his wish because he can't. We'll have to wait until next week to see what his wish is because that is the end of this episode. I kind of like that they didn't tell us what the letter said. Daniel remains mostly a mystery to us so that we didn't get to read his final words. I think it's fitting. Maybe they read them to us in the next one, but if they don't, I don't think that it would be that great of a loss. That is personal stuff to the dogs, and I can respect that. Hokie did update her visitor list. I'm not sure if only Willie Jack is on there, but it's a start. Maybe we'll see her again next season, coming out to help more with these spiritual issues. From what we've seen here, she sees the spirits even more than Bear and can tune them in and out. So maybe she is someone who can teach Willie Jack how to be more in touch with that side of her. Maybe to help her figure out how to become a wizard. Either way, I am so happy this episode was made. There's usually no telling where these episodes are going and what the next one will hold. So I can't say I was expecting this, but I have been hoping for it. I've been hoping that someone would come along and finally be able to help these kids cope with their feelings of losing Daniel. We got a bit of it in the roofing episode with Danny and Bear discussing Daniel, the blame and the guilt that they both carry. And I think Danny was able to help take away some of those feelings and lessen that load for Bear. I have a feeling the next episode is going to give us a whole lot more of that, or at least I'm hoping, and I can't wait. Overall, I give this episode 5 stars. I loved what happened. I loved meeting Hokie. What she did for Willie Jack is priceless and unforgettable. Willie Jack, Miss Paulina Alexis herself, put up such a stunning performance here. I continuously love what this character does and says. This was an amazing episode. I cried a whole bunch, especially during that song at the end, the Time After Time cover song. Oh my God, it fits so well into the situation. It was perfect. This has put me into the right frame of mind for the last episode of the season. Usually I'm a little sad when I get to the end of a season. How am I going to make it through so many months of not having new content? But this one has really hooked me in with Daniel's last wish and wanting to see how they're going to leave me hanging until next summer. Oh, it's going to be great. What was your favorite moment of the episode? Mine was definitely when Willie Jack feels her great-grandma touch her. Oh, I assume Hokie's grandma is Willie Jack's great-grandma, so that's what I'm going with. Feel free to correct the family tree if you feel that you have more info. You know that we don't have the whole story. I was on Twitter today, and someone had asked if they knew of a channel who shares, episode recaps and analysis and such. So I very shamelessly shared my own links to my page. So if you are looking for content creators who like to talk about this show episode by episode, check out a channel called Justin Talks Film. He has done a wrap-up of every episode of Reservation Dogs, and he gives such an interesting perspective. I really love watching his episodes every week, and he has turned me on to several titles that I was unaware of that I wound up really enjoying. So check him out. Also, there is a show called The Super Not Funny Show. They have also been doing episode recaps of at least season 2. I have to go back and see if they have done season 1, but I really like their interpretation as well. Both of these channels, in addition to mine, I noticed that we all tend to talk about and bring up different aspects of the show. So, if you're looking for multiple analyses and different facets and viewpoints, definitely check out these two channels. Also, if you know of any channels that are doing Reservation Dogs or Indigenous content reviews, definitely post them down below. I'm always looking for a new channel to subscribe to, and I really enjoy television reviews. But that is all that I have to say about this for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed your time here, maybe leave a like or subscribe if you would like to see more videos about what I watch on TV. I am planning another big wrap-up video like I did for season 1, so I can discuss all the little things that I didn't get to include in the weekly episodes. It will take a bit to put this together, so I want to release that in November, Native American Heritage Month, along with some reviews of a show called Mohawk Girls from a few years ago that I recently found and really enjoyed. I have got to go edit now, or none of these videos will get done. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, y'all stay safe out there.